Imagine one single mine buried deep in the Australian desert that holds enough uranium to power every home, every city, and every country on Earth for nearly 3 full years, or enough to build nuclear weapons that could end civilization many times over. This isn't some futuristic movie concept, this is real. It exists right now in the red outback of Australia, quietly holding one of the most powerful resources on our planet. Welcome to Olympic Dam, officially recognized as the world's single largest uranium deposit. Australia controls roughly 28 to 30% of all known uranium reserves on the entire planet. The mine itself contains over 2.5 million tons of uranium oxide. Take a look at this real mine layout: twin decline tunnels, box-cut entry, ventilation shafts, and underground drilling platforms, all working deep below the surface. And this geological cross-section shows exactly how the uranium sits inside the Olympic Dam breccia complex, surrounded by granite, basalt layers, and ancient groundwater systems formed millions of years ago. Olympic Dam isn't just uranium, it's a massive polymetallic operation run by BHP that also produces huge amounts of copper, gold, and silver every single year, making it one of the richest mines on Earth. But the uranium is what makes it truly special. It's the game changer that could transform global energy, or, in the wrong hands, become something far more dangerous. Here's what those 2.5 million tons actually mean in practical terms. Using today's nuclear reactor efficiency, this single deposit could produce around 95,000 terawatt-hours of clean electricity. That's enough power to run the entire planet, all 8 billion people, every factory, every hospital, every home, for nearly 3 complete years without burning a single gram of coal or gas. No emissions, no climate impact, just pure carbon-free energy. The bar chart you're seeing shows how this one mine completely dwarfs our current global electricity demand. On the other side of the coin, the exact same uranium could be enriched and turned into fuel for more than 500,000 nuclear warheads. That's 30 times more than every nuclear weapon currently existing on Earth combined. One modern warhead requires only about 4 to 5 tons of natural uranium. Do the simple math and you realize just how terrifying the destructive potential truly is. But there's a much darker possibility hidden in these numbers. The same material that could light up the world could also be weaponized on an unimaginable scale. 500,000 warheads is not just a big number, it's 30 times the entire current global nuclear stockpile. Enough firepower to destroy civilization many times over. One warhead needs roughly 4 to 5 tons of natural uranium. Multiply that by the 2.5 million tons sitting in Olympic Dam and the result is truly horrifying. Now imagine the worst-case scenario: one nuclear bomb is detonated right here. But first, here's what Olympic Dam looks like today: peaceful, normal, just a regular industrial mine operating in the Australian desert. The moment the bomb hits, the initial blast would completely vaporize the open pit and everything inside it within seconds, leaving nothing but a smoking crater. But the real nightmare begins after the explosion. The blast would scatter billions of tons of already radioactive or high into the atmosphere, turning this into the ultimate super dirty bomb. Toxic bright green radioactive fallout would spread rapidly across the desert, carried by winds, poisoning the soil, the air, and everything in its path. The contamination zone would be thousands of square kilometers, far worse than Chernobyl in both scale and long-term radiation levels. Radioactive dust would travel across the entire Australian continent and potentially reach parts of the southern hemisphere, affecting multiple countries for decades. Rivers, lakes, and underground water sources would become poison for generations. Entire regions could become uninhabitable, forcing mass evacuations and permanent loss of land. This wouldn't be just another nuclear bomb. It would be a nuclear nightmare on steroids, a disaster that combines explosive power with the worst kind of long-term radioactive contamination. One deposit. Two completely opposite futures. The same uranium could either save the planet or destroy it, the choice is entirely up to us. On one path we use it wisely to power the world with clean, carbon-free electricity for years to come, lighting up cities and fighting climate change. On the other path it becomes the ultimate weapon of mass destruction, capable of ending millions of lives in a single terrible moment. The decision between these two futures is ours to make right now, today, before it's too late. If this mind-blowing story blew your mind, smash that subscribe button right now and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next insane science deep dive I drop every single week. Drop your comment below, power or warheads. Let me know which future you think humanity should choose and why. And if you want a full part 2 video on how we actually mine this uranium safely and responsibly, just smash that like button. See you in the next one, stay curious.